Egan, thank you. The Jags Stadium of the Future project took a significant step forward as the team and Jacksonville City Council met for the first time to discuss major elements within the team's lease agreement with the city. Our Rich Donnelly is on your side tonight. He was at that meeting today. And Rich, what were the key points that were discussed?
The biggest points of discussion between the Jaguars and City Council were how would the city pay for its portion of the Stadium of the Future and how much would the Jaguars have to pay if they broke their lease by relocating. The Jaguars president, the city's lead negotiator, and the city auditor spent more than 4 hours taking question after question from city council members. Jaguars president Mark Lamping said the questions are simply the council members making sure they protect the city's investment.
The tough thing about this is everyone is trying to figure out how do we make sure we're protected in the event that we get divorced way down the road. We'd rather focus on the marriage.
That marriage is an investment of $775 million by the city of Jacksonville for a $1.4 billion stadium renovation project. The lease agreement calls for the city's portion to be paid by a half-penny sales tax surcharge that has been on the books since the year 2000 and was scheduled to continue until 2030 before that tax funds city pensions. The city auditor recommends that plan. Councilmember Nick Howland called the plan creative.
I like that plan. Doesn't mean I'm going to vote for it yet. All I know is that I think it appears that we have a deal that's going to keep the Jaguars here, that's fair by the citizens of Jacksonville and the taxpayers, and that will not raise taxes.
There is a clause in the lease agreement that calls for the Jaguars to pay back to the city's contribution to the project if the Jaguars break the lease by relocating the team. Lamping says he has no problem with that clause because he says Jaguars owner Shad Khan has wanted to keep the Jags in Jacksonville since he bought the team.
One of the things that Mr. Khan did at the very beginning was wanted to make sure that Jaguar football was protected here in Northeast Florida for generations to come. Not only was that Mr. Khan's goal, but I think it was the community's goal. I'm excited that we're on the cusp of turning that goal into reality.
The lease agreement is for 30 years and would start in the year 2028. There are 7 more city council meetings regarding the Stadium of the Future project starting next Tuesday before council is expected to vote on the agreement on June 25th. Reporting Rich Donnelly, First Coast News, on your side.